This audio reading is taken from the book The Bible and the Newspaper by Charles Spurgeon. Our selected reading is entitled Double-Minded. They feared the Lord and served their own gods. 2 Kings chapter 17 verse 33. Them that worship and that swear by the Lord and that swear by Malcolm. Zephaniah chapter 1 verse 5. Out of the same mouth proceedeth blessing and cursing. James chapter 3 verse 10. The New York Examiner and Chronicle of April 13th says, Luke, Mr. Tweed's attendant, states that the first thing he did on rising in the morning was to read the Bible. Then he had breakfast, and after that read the papers and settled down to write. He spent his time thus until dinner was ready, and after eating, read the Bible again, and a third time before going to rest at night. If anything went wrong with him, or any annoying circumstance occurred at any time, he always had recourse to the book. His temper was cheerful and even, as a rule, but he did not conquer his old habit of swearing, and would, upon provocation, look up from the pages of the Bible and swear at his servant in good set terms. It was, however, but an evanescent irascibility, and in a moment he was good-natured again. Whether this statement is true or false, it may serve as a somewhat exaggerated picture of the condition of many men. They have enough religion to observe its outward forms, but not enough even to improve their language, much less their hearts. Like the Pharisees of old, they are attentive to the exterior rites of religion, and yet such is their enmity to Christ that they are ready to cry, crucify him, when that voice will serve their turn. Their piety is a thin coat of whitewash daubed over a leprous wall. They are mere players, with religion as the farce in which they act, a farce which will turn to a tragedy before they have done with it. To unite Bible reading and swearing is rather too clear an inconsistency for most men, but very many go in the like direction, and try both to hold with the hare and run with the hounds. They love the wages of unrighteousness, and yet maintain a form of godliness. Such men make religion ridiculous in the eyes of their more honest companions, and if they take to Bible reading, they cause the Word of God to become contemptible, whereas the ridicule is deserved by their own meanness, and the contempt should be poured upon their base hypocrisy. We would say to every man who makes the slightest claim to honesty, be one thing or another. If Jehovah be God, serve him. If Baal be God, serve him. Don't try to cheat the devil by shamming to serve God. No possible advantage can accrue to the double-minded man by his pretense of godliness. It can only serve to increase his condemnation. Of all sons of perdition, Judas is the worst, for he betrayed the Lord and yet kissed him. This concludes our reading. Thank you for listening.